We are live.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning, baby.
Good morning.
I am fine. I hope that you guys are. Today is Terrific Tuesday. Terrific
And technically another
Tuesday.
work day. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yes, that's so funny because even though we have a weekend, we do some element um, of supporting our customers and clients, even on the weekend.
Yeah, we do.
And I think it's because we enjoy what we do.
Yeah, and plus work got to get done. Now, today we
Yes.
do have a wonderful topic. We're journeying through the wonderful book, The Traveler's Gift. And one of the beautiful things about the Traveler's Gift book, they have this segment here they call the 7 decisions. The 7 decisions that we must make. Yesterday we explored the first decision, which was
The responsible
the
decision.
responsible decision, that the
Hey,
buck
Gwen.
stops with you. Today we endeavor into the second decision, which is the
Guided decision.
guided decision, which means you don't know enough by yourself. You must seek out
Wisdom.
You must seek out wisdom. You must seek out knowledge. You must seek out other opinions. Is Gwen Brown first in the house?
Hey,
Good morning, Gwen.
Absolutely. So we are going to talk about it today, and we will be right back in a moment.
Good morning. My name is Brian McNeil.
And I am Lisa Santiago McNeil.
And thank you for joining us on our show, Let's Talk About It. We come to each Monday through Friday right here on the SIBN network, on iHeartRadio, YouTube, TuneIn, as well as Facebook Live. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. Like. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. And like. I hope that you are doing well. And I am. So today's topic, decision number 2. I'm glad you're enjoying
the first sip of the coffee. I made the coffee, but I hadn't sipped it until just now. I hadn't even allowed myself to smell it. You can smell it. You can smell it. Where'd that come from? The line. You can smell it. You can smell it.
I don't know.
Some of my old heads will know.
I don't know.
Came from 1982, Eddie Murphy's first comedy album when he's talking about in the tub with his brothers,
yes,
blowing bubbles with farts.
Bubbles. Yes, I saw that.
82. That's when that came out. That's how far back I can reach, y'all. But anyway, we're talking about you don't know enough by yourself. Trying to figure out life, and I'm even going to go so far as in any area without seeking out wisdom, without seeking out guidance, is doing it the wrong way. No one ever has achieved great levels of success in anything without coaching, mentoring, wisdom from another.
Absolutely. We learned that when you seek wisdom, that you can get everything else. The word of God says, seek ye first the kingdom of heaven and all its righteousness, and all else will be added unto you.
I was thinking a little while ago, who in the Bible that accomplished anything didn't have some mentorship and some point that they sought guidance from?
Yeah, everybody.
Nobody did.
Everybody had some mentorship, some guidance.
Everybody had somebody, even if it was Heavenly Father himself, Abraham, asking for help. What should I do here? You must get help, man. Come on.
Absolutely. And seeking help is the better part of wisdom. Yet borrowing somebody else's experiences. I mean, we were taught that from time throughout time. We've been taught that throughout time. That's why we have so many oral traditions.
Telling the
story of
folklore.
What happened, so that we can hold on to the understanding of what happened and use it to apply to ourselves.
Fables, stories. Oh man, can you tell me how to do this?
I found myself about to tell my grandson a the story about the boy who cried wolf, because he is quite dramatic.
You should tell that story to him.
And I think in my frustration, I just told him telling lies is not good.
You know what? This is a great example. If you tell a child telling lies is not good,
it doesn't have as much emphasis as hearing the story.
Yes. That story, and also that story will resonate with him. He'll keep that story and that lesson. By parable shall ye teach.
Yes.
Where did you get that line from?
But it was still, hey, Jay Ronald, it's still, I thought about it, and I do a lot of thinking in my head, because there are some things that plagued me, right? Some things that seemed like they made sense and they were true, but then learned that they were true up to a point. And so how do we not recreate some of the lies that we were told? Like, I'm not raising chickens, I'm raising eagles. And this is my second time around. Hey, happy Tuesday, Melissa. Hey, Miss Phyllis.
Right. Good morning, good morning.
I don't want to throw out the baby with the bathwater, right? Good morning, Chef Rev. We've missed you. I know that there is value in that fable. There's value in the fable of the boy who cried wolf, right?
Versus telling lies are bad. If you tell a 6-year-old telling lies are bad, it's not good to lie, they'll hear you. But if you tell them the story about the boy who cried wolf, you know, he had fun by telling those lies until he wasn't not much fun anymore. Until they actually did lose sheep because of the wolf, because no one would believe them. Okay, that would have resonated much further. The boy who, I call those useful fiction stories, parables. I don't want to miss the major point of today. Today we're doing our decision number 2, which is the guided decision. And Lisa and I, we supposed, and we opened up the show today, that no one ever achieves great levels of success in anything without coaching or mentoring. We all need somebody to ask for wisdom or to bounce an idea off of. Yeah,
but I think that the wisdom of the stories and the fables and the experiences, I think that there is so much wisdom in them. I think that there is so much wisdom in them. When one of the stories, one of the Bible stories that Andy Andrews used in The Traveler's Gift was the story of Solomon and the 2 mothers.
Oh yes.
Ha.
Whose baby is this? You know what? I can't decide. Let's cut this baby up and you each get a half. No. Don't kill my child.
Let her have him, is what she said. Let her have him.
Yes.
Melissa said, I told my kids that the boy got gobbled up by the wolf for lying. My kids need a more intense version of that fable. I think he does too. That was kind of where I was on the fence.
We should have did that.
How intense do I want to make this story?
As intense as possible. Come back with it, baby. That's right.
Well, please know that I will have an opportunity to tell it again.
And this time you're going to do it. Let me tell you a story, young man. Oh my gosh. And don't we all wish we had heard more stories?
So the wisdom in that, understand that the wisdom was nestled in that fable, in that Bible story, because the thing was, the person who cares the most about the outcome was the one that was honestly the mother. Right. The one who would rather lose her living child. Grand Rising, Cat Ivy.
What?
Did we have a song for Cat? No.
We gotta get a song for Cat Ivy,
but I can't remember it. Good morning, guys. Good morning. I think that the lessons in that, or the wisdom in that, have been applied in so many different things. I mean, we hear about this story of equality, of saving, of all of these things so often.
Wait a minute, but before we leave the Solomon and the 2 mothers, as a child.
Good morning, Dr. Deborah.
I couldn't fully grasp the meaning of it because I was hung up on how the other lady get her baby in the first place. I remember 9-year-old Brian thinking, okay, if it's your baby, what did you do? take your eyes off your baby and she snatched the baby away and then said, "It's my baby"?
You were dwelling in that.
How could that possibly happen? What did you do?
She
How
was
long were you away?
sleeping. She was sleeping. She was sleeping. Now we assume that she was sleeping with the baby in the crook of her arms, right? So how did the other mother come
That's what I was
and
hung up
switch
on.
out,
Yes.
right? But what if that wasn't the case? What if she was sleeping and the baby was in a bassinet next to her, and the other mother sneaked in and switched out the babies? But that's not even the relevant component.
It's not
of
the
it.
relevant component about it. I'm just thinking if I'm a parent, there's no way someone can sneak my baby out of the house.
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, Dr. Deborah Dunstan. We graduated yesterday now.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
Let me tell you, I enjoy every single moment of my sales confidence course. What I'm talking about is Dr. Deborah just took and graduated the sales confidence course that I put out on the beginning of August. So she graduated the whole curriculum. She was there for every session. And she actually got the MVP, the sales confidence course MVP, because she had the best spirit, the most attentive, the most accountability, and all of that, and the best results. All that factored together. I wrote down the different factors that I imagined. So Dr. Deborah was the MVP. So she should be celebrated.
Congratulations.
Yes, she did. She's the MVP of it. But let me tell you, baby, the part that I enjoyed the most yesterday. Now, this is graduation day. They've gone through 5 very intense sessions already. They probably had enough of Brian. Okay, so at the end of everything, I had them all tell their story. What do you do for a living? And then I had them, oh my gosh. And then I put them all, and I was going to critique that one very tough. That was my plan. I mean, any little thing they slipped up on, I was going to jump on them. Okay, but they killed it. They killed it, all of them. They killed it. And then I had them tell what they thought of what they got from the class. Oh man, those last 2 big questions, you would have been impressed if you had walked in and listened to their answers, baby.
Well, I can walk in and listen to their answers because it was recorded.
That's right. That's right. It was recorded. You're going to get to see it. Yep. She's the MVP, the most valuable player. Dr. Deborah, I want you to know, me and Lisa I was trying to get Lisa to help me figure out what should I call the class valedictorian. I didn't want to use valedictorian because I think that's kind of a corny name. I didn't want to use, I was going around and I finally, as a fallback, MVP, unless you guys have another name to suggest.
Nah, we like MVP.
MVP?
Yeah.
Unless there was something clever. Now, Rhino, their statues are, they get trophies, a Rhino head trophy, and they get certificates. So I was thinking the Rhino of the class, the chief Rhino. I don't know. So anyway, we're talking today about the guided decision. That's our topic. How everyone needs to seek wisdom, how everyone needs coaching, how everyone needs mentors, someone to talk to, someone to seek out, someone that's, I read this morning I think it was in the guided decision, how you must seek out people that are doing what you want to do.
Kat, you weren't here when we shouted out Bam. Happy belated birthday to Bam.
We did.
I know it's been a couple of weeks now, but we talked about him, and he is an amazing young man.
We can't believe he's 12.
I cannot believe that he's 12. Like, oh my God, we blinked our eyes and he turned 12 because that's crazy.
Yep.
But we already know that he is an amazing young man and he is on his way to even more amazing greatness.
Yep.
So yes, really, we did.
I remember when I first met her grandson Bam, because I don't know what I was thinking. I said, so what's your name, young man? He said, Bam. And I said, how do you spell that? He goes, Bam. Just B-A-M, Bam. What's wrong with you? Like, I'm an idiot for asking him.
Yes, you are. He was trying to be nice.
He couldn't believe a grown person asked him how to spell Bam.
Bam. B-A-M.
What the hell? What's wrong with you?
But we absolutely love the energy that Bam brought to that event. That event still resonates in my mind. I remember him helping set up. I remember him being very attentive to his purchase, which is why Rhinos make great salespeople.
And he wanted to read it to me. He got my book,
Rhino.
my Not Just for Children's book, and he wanted to read it to me. And I loved it. And someone was smart enough to catch it on picture.
Yes, that's right. Amen.
So in your life, can you come on, talk to us this morning? Haven't you understood? Haven't you realized that all of your decisions are better when you seek out wisdom, and the decisions you make when you don't?
Yeah.
The decisions you make when you're going to do it in your own strength, in your own knowledge base, how they mess up.
So this is the second decision of the 7 decisions that were captured by Andy Andrews in The Traveler's Gift. There's actually a separate book, The 7 Decisions, by Andy Andrews as well, where he talks about them independently, and they're both good. Kat said he's so special and just a good person. Genuinely, thank you for seeing him.
And I understand when she says seeing him.
Absolutely.
Not just looking at him.
No, we see him.
Yes.
Absolutely. And so the first decision was the responsible decision. The buck stops here.
That's right. Your happiness, your sadness, your success, or your failure, everything in your current life is because of you and your decisions. Okay, that's what the buck stop. That's the first one. The response, accepting 100% blame as much as you can,
regardless of who did it, what they did, when it happened, how it happened, what conditions.
Even understanding not everything was your fault.
All of those things. We're not saying to accept fault, and we're actually not saying accept blame. We're saying accept responsibility
for everything else in your life.
For everything that has gone in your life.
Don't lean on anybody else to make you happy. Okay.
Good morning, Arthur Lynette.
Good morning, my sister. How you doing? So that was the first decision. The second decision is the guided decision. How so critical it is to seek out others.
To seek wisdom.
To seek wisdom, yes. To seek wisdom.
How important it is to seek wisdom. Moses got wisdom from Jethro in that he was trying, much like many entrepreneurs, trying to do everything. He wants to do it all. He wants to handle it all.
Everybody's run it all their problems.
Every problem, every situation, every circumstance. He was gray before he needed to be. And Jethro said, "How long are you gonna keep on?"
And you can't do all that, Moses. You need to hire you some managers. You need some lieutenants.
To identify some lieutenants and begin to assign some of the lesser impacting issues to those individuals. And you should be focused on the most important stuff.
What did that do for Moses' business? Yes. But Moses could have never come to that on his own. There's so many of our decisions that we got through wisdom. We could have never came to it on our own strength. We needed someone else who's gone along the way to give us that.
When we're in the midst of it, sometimes we can't see it. I know, Arthur Lynette, I'm trying not to talk about it, but but I'm telling you that even the advancement of Moses, the advancement into not just being the leader in his jobs that he was doing, but then becoming the leader of the tribe.
Yes.
Becoming the one to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. Bondage. Right. Yeah. There were some lessons that he had to learn, some things that he had to get help with. Remember, there was Aaron and Hur. He had to get help with even managing everything that needed to be done.
I mean, come on, he had him close to him. Aaron was right there as a mouthpiece. Don't come through me. Go through Aaron. Okay.
Aaron and Hur were there to support him in those decisions. Surely they had some input in how or what they would happen. And then he consulted with God when he went up to the mountain.
That's right. Yeah.
How's that?
Gosh. That's awesome. So you too. You just like Moses, you can't make all your decisions in your own strength. You'll mess it up. You will mess it up. Come on, Arthur. I'm feeling Dr. Deborah got something to say about this particular topic, the guided decision.
The guided decision. Do you want to read some of it?
Yeah, especially that second stanza of it this morning that I read.
Okay. You mean this?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
The second paragraph in decision number 2 says, "I will seek wisdom. I will choose my friends with care. I am who my friends are. I speak their language and I wear their clothes. I share their opinions and their habits. From this moment, forward, I will choose to associate with people whose lives and lifestyles I admire. I associate wait a minute. If I associate with chickens, I will learn to scratch at the ground and squabble over crumbs. If I associate with eagles, I will learn to soar great heights. I am an eagle, my destiny to fly.
I read that this morning. I'm like, wow. You are your friends. You wear their clothes. It's important for you to be around and associate with people that are doing. Achievers, upwardly mobile, already doing what you want to do. If you hang around with chickens, you're going to learn to scratch and squabble over crumbs. Okay. If you learn to hang with eagles, come on now. Pastor Chef Rev says, and some headaches he had to endure.
Absolutely.
The headaches, come on.
Chef Rev, I've been getting it in. I have still, guys, consistently stuck to my walking regimen, my exercise regimen, 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening, 3 days a week, 5 days a week in the morning, 30 minutes, and 3 days a week in the evening, 30 minutes. Might
as well as the
increase
morning,
that.
right?
Right. Absolutely. So I am really excited about the consistency we're in.
I am too.
I'm in week 5, day 2. And I am excited that it's actually easier now.
Of course.
To get up and go and do it. And Dr. Deborah says, yes, I realize that in order for me to grow personally and in business, I need to seek some wisdom. I accept that I don't know everything.
And guess who else doesn't know everything? Everyone. No one knows everything. I've heard it said this way before. For some reason, this just always sticks out to me. But no one has lived long enough to know how to do any of this. No one has lived long enough by themselves to have enough experience to know how to do any of this stuff. We all need to lean on to wisdom and seek guidance and mentorship from others. A lot of it. I had a chance to answer the question, what's my leadership style? The other day. My leadership style is participatory, but I get to final decision. I'm going to seek out others' opinions, but I decide. That's my leadership style. And you do, like any venture that you're about to launch, I want to do this right here. Wouldn't it be better to say, I want to write my book? Wouldn't it be better to seek out other people who have written books or publishers who know the process? I've seen Lisa rescue people that were tied up in knots that said, I want to write a book, but I don't know what to do first, second, and third, and I don't know how to da-da-da. And she goes, well, here's a simple formula. Follow these steps to get your book. She had like 7 steps or 5 steps or whatever it was. That one sheet, you give them 7 steps on how to do it. Simplified. From someone who's published more than 100 works can tell you. Simplified. And I've seen them be so freaking relieved because they were in knots because they didn't know what to do.
It does. Wisdom definitely, it shortcuts things, it expedites things, it makes things make sense. And I think that there is just so much, like wisdom is one of the most valuable things. And I know that experience and what do you call it? Book learning and all those things, they have their place. But that experience, that wisdom from experience and wisdom from application of knowledge and knowing how it's turning out at the end, that there's something priceless about that. That always brings me back to knowing where to tap that whole message.
Let's tell that story again. Factory, U.S. Steel, running 24 hours a day, make it the largest company in the world in the mid-30s. Okay, largest company in the world, more profitable than any other company. And the machines are cranking, everything is going good. And then inexplicably, the machines stop working. Clunk. And they get mechanics in there, they get everybody in there, and this is costing them millions of dollars a day. Every day that the machines aren't working, it's costing them millions, and they cannot figure it out, and it's just killing them. Finally, they have an efficiency expert on machines come in, and he looks it over, and he says, okay. They watch them look at it. He goes over to a section of the machinery, taps it twice with a hammer, and the machine starts to whir. Everything cranks back up and keeps going, and sends him a bill for like $25,000. Back then, when $25,000 was real money. And they said, you sending us a big bill of $25,000. All you did was tap it twice. That's not what you're paying for. Right. You're not paying for me for tapping it twice. You're paying me for knowing where to tap.
That's right. That's right. Chef Rev could tell the same story, right? You could bring all your ingredients over to the site.
I can give you a recipe.
Every single ingredient over to the site. But I am not paying you for ingredients. I am paying you for the finished product. For the fact that you can finesse those spices and herbs together in such a way that once you add just the right amount of heat and just the right amount of accent, you can bring about what people really, really are going to love.
Imagine this: grandma making the cake grandma making a cake, and her 19-year-old daughter making the same cake in the same kitchen with the same ingredients. The 19-year-old is very smart. She can follow instructions. She knows what she's doing. Which cake is going to taste better?
Hey, Felicia, thanks for joining.
Because that child doesn't have the experience yet, doesn't have the wisdom yet of how to do that thing. Okay.
Beverly says, someone called me this morning for help. They told me the problem. I told them I usually charge for these types of things. And they said they heard me speak at the mall and was wondering if I had time to consult with them about how they said they don't care the fee. They just know that it was my health. They needed to get what Brian, I got my first paying client. Fantastic. I don't think I read that right.
Well, she got a client out of it. Here's a line that'll make that easier for you. I'm Dr. Beverly. When someone says stuff like that you normally charge for, here's a line that you can use. Now, if I tell you and I give you the solution, how much would you be willing to pay for the solution? How much would you be willing to pay? Or if I tell you, or you get that problem solved, how much would you be willing to pay to solve that problem? Okay. How much would you be willing to pay? Like right now, my friend who first taught me this concept, his name was Larry Beecham. He's been on our show here before. He calls that money by walking around. Okay. You can get it anywhere. So if you're out and about, even at a coffee shop, and someone has a problem with an objection, and you say, look, if I tell you how to handle that objection and you believe that I handle that objection, how much would you be willing to pay for that solution? What do you mean? Just like right now, how much would you be willing to pay? I got about $50-$60 on me. Okay, I'm going to tell you how to handle that. Will you pay me if you believe that solves that problem? Mm-hmm. I had a guy at it's wisdom, okay? I went to do a sales workshop at a home security company, an alarm systems company in Raleigh, North Carolina, right? And they had their salespeople in there, and I'm in front of the room doing the workshop. And then this guy gave an objection. He said, this one objection, he's never been able to overcome it, okay? And he said what the objection was. He said, I've asked people, no one knows how to handle this objection. And it was a really easy one for me, okay? So I told him how to handle it, and he says, wow, that's the best thing I ever heard. No one has ever known how to answer that question. He couldn't stop talking about it. He talked about it when the workshop was over. He went up to the board, wanted to talk to me. He even wrote it on the board so everyone could see what the objection was and what Brian's answer was, because I had the wisdom on it and he didn't. But he did not know it, and he would not have gotten it from anyone that was in his current circle because they didn't have the wisdom.
Absolutely. George says that's also the story of the man at the pool of Bethesda.
Wow.
No one could help him because everyone around him had their own problems. But Jesus, who was different, told him what he needed to hear.
Get your
butt up. Amen.
Will you be made whole? Will you?
Beverly says, we did not discuss a fee. Thank you for those words I will use after the consultation tomorrow.
Yes. How much would you be willing to pay to solve this problem? Yeah.
And you did say after, so I'm going to assume that you already agreed, but it's important to understand that people get to exchange value for value. And we almost rob them when we don't give them the opportunity to exchange value for value. And because of that, the value for value exchange needs to be established.
We need to drill that home. Sometimes when you don't charge, you rob them of esteem. you rob them of esteem. You rob them of of all the benefits they would have gotten if they had paid for it. If they had put some of their pennies into it. You don't have to pay a lot. They got to put something into it. Benjamin Franklin says, when you empty the pennies of your purse into your mind, you fill that purse with gold. You empty the pennies of your purse into your mind. Good morning, Sister Brittany.
Hey, Brittany. Hey, Brittany.
Today's topic is the guided decision. One of the most critical decisions, the decision to seek guidance, to seek wisdom, to seek mentors, to seek coaching, to seek classes, to seek books, to seek YouTube videos that can help. Seeking.
Go to YouTube University, go to Google High, do something to get the benefit of the experience and the knowledge that somebody else has already gleaned for you.
My wife works out in our garage with the treadmill there. And she had told me a couple of times that she gets eaten up. Even I was thinking, when you're moving, they're bugging me. She just won't bite you when you're moving, right? She goes, no, man, they've been chewing me up. They've been eating up my arms. And she had mosquito bites on her in the garage. You know, even though she's moving around, mosquitoes. And I had, when we got the treadmill repaired, I was sitting in there waiting for the guy to come, and I got eaten up too. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is not cool. You can't sit in here for a few minutes without getting attacked. So what did I do? My wife's getting eaten up. I got eaten up. I YouTubed how to get mosquitoes out of your garage. How to get mosquitoes out of your garage. I Googled it and I YouTubed it, actually. And I found this simple formula. This lady did a video with a spray bottle, Clorox and water. Just simple Clorox and water in a spray bottle. So I made my Clorox and water spray bottle. She said 25-30% Clorox, the rest of it water. And I sprayed down the garage everywhere, all the corners, the floors, all the seams, any place there that might even be close to standing water. Sprayed it with that. And the lady in the video said the first time you spray, 80% of the mosquitoes be gone. The next time you spray, the rest. So I've been spraying day and night. And what's your experience in the garage now?
There haven't been any mosquitoes.
Right away, gone. Mm-hmm. So now I spray my gazebo. I spray down with the same Clorox, and the front foyer of the house, that front area, sprayed that this morning. And I'm just boggled by that little thing that I never could have figured out on my own. Clorox and water, get rid of mosquitoes from my garage, my gazebo, convivium, all around. Simple formula.
Absolutely. Chef Rev says, LOL, I've had that happen several times. I actually had someone watch me step by step and still didn't get it right. Or they saw the label on a bottle and thought that was it. LOL. That was in it. LOL. Yeah. I know. It's funny how people think that they can trivialize what God has specifically provided you the wisdom of. Amen, Brittany. She says, seek and you shall find. That's right. Today's topic is decision number 2, the guided decision. I shall seek wisdom. I shall seek wisdom. Dr.
Beverly, for years, I didn't pay because of my mindset. I just knew I was helping to a degree and turn from me, helping to me being used. And then I met
the empowerment crew and realized that not only can I put a $ in the information that I have to answer a problem, the person that is investing in me is actually going to take me seriously. Yeah. Amen. People take a lot more seriously what they have paid for. Absolutely. Jacqueline
according to Jacqueline.
Arizona morning, everyone. Waking up at 5 a.m. is wearing me out. Blood pressure is up.
Lord.
Not enough rest. So much going on as we prepare to move. I will listen to the save shows every day and return to the live show after my son's wedding after October. Yay. Well, we understand.
Love and hugs.
Definitely understand, and love and hugs back
I'm going to miss you.
Didi says Google
is that Didi Hairston?
Yes. John Didi Hairston. She says Google is a lifesaver. Absolutely.
The diva with depression, showing you how to deal with your depression.
Giving you the permission to feel how you are feeling. Brother Mark says,
we got Mark in the house too.
Solve the problem, cash the check. Second thing, reveal the problem, cash a bigger check. There are times when the perceived problem isn't the actual problem. The root cause at times lies somewhere else. Seek wisdom from anywhere and everywhere, even from children. As crazy as it sounds, kids sometimes say amazing and profound things. Absolutely.
That's actually a secret in business. People pay more for the potential answer than the actual answer.
Yeah.
They pay a higher amount for what might be the solution than what is often the solution. Yes, they do.
I think that it's so profound how sometimes we get to help people to realize that what they think is the issue is really not the issue.
Which is really, this is some insight stuff right now, y'all. It used to be solving a problem. Okay, I think there's been a seismic shift in service-based business. If you can solve their problem, you can make a business. Really today, because they get bombarded by so much stuff that's conflicting, I think the real strength today is in finding the right problem. Finding the right problem. Being a problem finder instead of a problem solver. Finder instead of solver. For example, Brian, I don't know how to close sales. And teach me how to close sales. Now, if I'm solving the problem, I'll teach them the 4 chances you get to overcome an objection, a 5-step process to overcoming any objection, and the 2 closes that I consider critical today, the 2 sales closes that all entrepreneurs should know how to master. But then I realized that's not the real issue. I've learned recently to ask the questions. Brian, I don't know how to close. Teach me how to close. Okay, in the last month, how many times have you offered your services to anyone? Oh, once or twice. How about in the month before? How many times did you offer your services? Once or twice. So we don't know if you have a problem with closing or not. You're just not making nearly enough offers. Finding the right problem is much more helpful to your client and much more valuable to your client than just solving a problem. Amen?
Amen. Amen. I'm glad that Dee Dee and Melissa are getting reconnected. That's awesome. 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 And so when we think about this, seeking wisdom,
Dr. Beverly says, thanks, Mark, for what Mark Greer contributed.
Yes, when you're thinking about seeking wisdom and looking for wisdom, where can you find wisdom? Brother Mark gave a couple of good examples of where to find wisdom, especially in the children. Absolutely. But so much of even everything that I read, so much wisdom. Well, first of all, we all know the entire Bible is so full of wisdom, right? But Proverbs and Ecclesiastes and Psalms are so full. They are full. They're like brimming. And I could take one verse anywhere and I could write a whole book about just what that one verse is trying to teach or trying to.
And many people have. They take a verse out of Psalms and write a book about it. Philosophy. So much of the best philosophies. One of the best books on how to win friends and influence people. Guess where they get those concepts from?
There's nothing Bible. New under the sun.
How to Win Friends and Influence People. That book was written in late 30s, and it's still better than any book on right now. It's still better than all of them. Okay, it's like the best book on how to relate to other people written. Okay, and it borrowed from the Bible and was written in the 30s. Okay, and that's how powerful those concepts are. Hundreds of books have borrowed concepts from How to Win Friends and Influence People, which borrow concepts from the Bible.
Right. I mean, it's so profound how wisdom, because essentially what it is that the translation helped to bring about the application or the understanding of it. And so that's why we can continue to retranslate these things as we add experiences from our lifetime or from our season. We can continue to learn until it gets to the place where it's just fully accepted.
Yes. We got a good crew in here tonight. We got some blasts from the past. I'm so excited to see Sister Dee Dee Harrison back in the room. And who else was it that popped in? That we had Cat Ivy popped in the room as well. I'm so happy that you guys came through. It's 9:37. We're going to thank our consistent contributors, and we're going to thank our people that have been rocking with us for years. And the way we do that is with a greeting song or a greeting logo. Some of you guys, you can get you one too. You can get you one too. And if this is your first time here and you listening and you wonder what the heck are they doing, okay, just bear with us, okay.
Good
William
morning,
Brown is
Bill.
in the house
Thank
too.
you for joining us this morning.
Yes. Thank you, Brother Bill. So first up today is Miss Phyllis George. Miss Phyllis George has been a part of this broadcast for years now, and we like to thank her with a logo. Miss Phyllis is here, so clear the way.
Hey, Miss
Miss Phyllis is here. Now we can all have a great day.
Great day.
Good morning, Miss Phyllis.
Hey,
Up next is Melissa Price.
You got my water?
I threw away one.
I don't know. I'm taking it.
Okay. Anyway, Melissa Price Jam. You have to take water before you do Melissa Price Jam because it requires that. Because bam, 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 bam. Melissa's on. Now it's time for us to sing her song. Melissa's on. Melissa Price, the head usher.
Hey, Melissa.
Let's talk about it. She does a great job of helping us to bring people back into the room, remind them. Miss, who's it next?
Chef Rev.
Chef Rev is in the house next. Why must I eat like that? Why not hire Chef Rev? He puts the good food in me. Not. Chef Rev, a.k.a. George Allen, a.k.a.
Good morning. Pastor George.
Pastor George, all of that, a.k.a. He listed as George Allen. We call him Chef Rev. He likes to be called Chef Rev, and that's the jam.
Absolutely. Good morning, Tarnez.
Do it, Tarnez. No. Do it, baby.
Yes.
Do it, baby. Do it, baby. Do it, Tarnez. Yeah. That's it.
Hey, Tarnez, good morning.
I do that often.
Brittany says you can find wisdom from the Bible, of course, books, pastors, teachers, mentors, true prophetic voices in the kingdom, Google, YouTube, so many ways to invite wisdom in. Absolutely.
And thank you for saying so, Brittany. I like how you put it, all the places you can go, because the point is to seek out the wisdom. Stop doing it in your own strength. Stop it. You're doing it wrong. If you're doing it only by what you think and not seeking out any wisdom, not seeking out any mentorship, you're doing it the wrong way.
Absolutely.
Scroll, baby.
Yes, I will.
Couture Green. Back to life. Back to Couture Green.
However do you want it? However
do you need it?
Do you need it?
Good morning, Miss Couture Green.
Good morning, Couture. Thank you for hanging out with us this morning. Cat Ivy did have a song.
Cat Ivy, I thought we had a jam for you too. If you remember what it was, just like give us a prompt. We got probably more than 50 of them in our head. So give us a prompt. And if you don't have one, you deserve one. But Dr. Beverly is here. So Dr. Beverly is on the show. Good morning, Dr. Beverly. How you doing?
Couture said, however
do you want it?
do you want it?
Honestly,
I love it. I love it.
Dr. Deborah Dunston is here.
Dr. Deborah, healing and deliverance coach.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You got to throw that for Dr. Deborah. Arthur Lynette is here. At this table we sit.
Making it legit.
Because when Lynette hits the show, Good morning, Arthur Lynette. How you doing? We do understand the countdown, my sister. But we're not going to say what it is yet. Brittany Thomas.
It's Brittany.
It's Brittany. Brittany Thomas. It's Brittany.
It's Brittany. It's Brittany. Brittany. It's your time. It's your time. Yeah.
Good morning, Brittany. Miss Felicia Gardner's here.
Felicia.
We
love you.
You're the one. The one for me. Good morning, Miss Felicia. How you doing? Jacqueline's here. She's gonna be ghosting us for a little bit, but she's got something to do. She got a wedding to do.
That's
Prepare
right. Jacqueline Rosier, pretty little girl that I adore.
You're the only one
my heart beats for. I'm so glad that you are mine.
Good morning, according to Jacqueline.
Good morning, good
Dee Dee
morning.
Harrison, you used to be much more regular. We want to see you back as your schedule permits, certainly.
Absolutely. Mark.
Mark Greer is here, and so wide you can't get around it.
So low you
Can't get under it. So high you can't get over it. Mark Greer is under a groove. He's getting down just for the funk of it. Mark Greer is under a groove. Nothing can stop us now. That's right, Mark Greer, under a groove.
Hi.
You know we found the right song because Melissa enjoys it. That's
Yes.
right.
Everybody loves it. Gotta go down here. I think we got all of it. Oh no, it's Bill.
Good morning to our friend Bill. Nobody thinks like him still. We love him so, and we always will. Our friend Bill. Good morning to our friend Bill. How you doing, man?
Absolutely. Jacqueline says, my mother was a teacher and she also had a degree in psychology. She raised us to always go deeper when seeking wisdom as a teen. She wore me out. As an adult, now I get it, and I appreciate
What she was doing.
what she was doing. Excuse
Brittany
me.
says, I love these jams. Dr. Deborah says, I was walking around singing Katura song yesterday. It's stuck in my head.
Yes, I think it's interesting when they get stuck. Like, I have gotten stuck on certain songs as well.
Brittany Thomas says, Mark Greer is under a groove.
That's right. We
That's right.
absolutely love it. We love connecting with you guys on the level, and it requires us to connect with your hearts when we're singing these songs and they're coming out of our mouths and going into our ears
Most
and
of
entering
them,
into our hearts.
You guys have either suggested or inspired. Mark said he wants something funky, funk. And I think he might have mentioned George Clinton, or something, but he helped us to find it. Melissa Price went ahead and found the whole riff. So to find my jam in this riff right here.
Melissa, how did the girls' first few days of school go? I'm sure that there were some interesting stories to share from that. I had the opportunity for the first time ever to pick my grandson up from the first grade.
Yes.
Yesterday, and it was.
Did you have to get in the traffic line?
Yes.
Oh, that sucks.
I had to get in the traffic line. I had to, first of all right, so don't tell anybody that I'm a horrible grandmother, but I thought he was in kindergarten. He's not in kindergarten. He's in the first grade. So I was in the kindergarten line, and then they said, you have to leave because he's not in kindergarten. He's in the first grade.
And then you had to get another line?
Then I had to go all the way out and come back around again. I was like, look, just let him walk over here. I don't understand this.
Right.
So anyway, he had a big, giant lunch bag like somebody's father takes to the plant. I mean, his lunch bag was this big and this big. His book bag is a separate bag. He had 2 sandwiches. He had all kind of snacks, and he had 2 juices. And I was like, bruh, was this breakfast and lunch? He said, nah, I ate breakfast at school. This is my lunch. He ate all of that food. That's a lot.
That's a lot of daggone food.
That's a lot of food.
Dang. This says her kids love school.
They love it. I'm glad they love it. I don't know if Brandon loves it yet, but we'll get there.
Brandon's her grandson.
Yes, we'll get some. We did some time with our writing. We did some time with writing after school and some time coloring, and I enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
I think he enjoyed it.
Yep. You can tell when the grandbaby's been around the house, though. I can tell you that. I looked out the window today. There's a plastic cup and straw in my grass.
That wasn't his.
How did it end up on my grass?
Because it was in the car.
So whose is it?
The cars. Who's ever
So
had
you
in the car?
saw it before this moment and left it in the grass,
I
baby?
did. I didn't want to go out there and bring mosquitoes with me. I didn't. I saw it when I lifted up the
No,
garage.
just put it in the garbage.
I didn't want to go out there. The bugs live out there.
I
You
saw it
got
from
rid of the
window.
bugs from the garage. So I'm safe in the garage. But outside of the garage, there is bugs.
You might as well stay in the house for the rest of the year.
I could.
Not go to your car, nothing.
I could. Melissa said, me too. My kids are telling. She said, me, I put too much in their lunch toast. Yeah, I think so.
Hey.
Dr. Deborah says, I'm actually happiest when working with the children. Amen.
Really?
Jacqueline, they do. The bugs live out there. I saw the cup on the ground and I was like, I don't want to go get the bugs.
Oh my God. So you're going to let a plastic cup stay in our grass. I didn't see it until I looked out the window there.
Well, not forever, but I didn't want to go into the bugs at that time. I didn't want to go out into the bugs at that time.
So send that grandbaby out there.
No, he didn't see it. I didn't see it until I was working out.
So you
You can't believe this.
no. If you see it, pick up, put in the trash.
I cannot. It was too far from the safety that you created for me. You got rid of all the bugs in the garage. There's no bugs in there. I can walk around with shorts and short sleeve shirt and nothing bites me. And if I would have went outside, they would have bit me.
That's in your head, Lisa.
Brother, I
You
promise
put that in your head that if you walk outside the garage, you're gonna get attacked by bugs. That's
I'm
not how it
telling
works.
you sat in that garage. So you
Yes.
know that there can be, like, there's layers of bugs.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. I love you, though.
I'm gonna go get it as soon as the show's over.
Good. Well, you saw it. You didn't get it when you were out
I
there?
saw it up here when we were about to start the show. I looked out that window
Okay.
and I
All
saw
right.
it. Okay. I was like, what is that in my yard?
Yeah,
I
a
was
cup
like-
and a straw.
I saw that. I was like, what is that doing in the yard? Okay. We don't leave trash in our yard.
We
What
do
the
not.
heck?
We do not leave trash in our yard unless we are avoiding the bugs.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, I'm trying to make a habit.
Our grass right now is good. We keep it good too. We pay to keep it good.
There's still got bugs out there. They live out there.
All right. Jesus.
Anyway, so I hope that today's decision, the guided decision to seek wisdom, is one that you will find room to apply, not just today, but in general to the things that you do.
We're going through the Traveler's Gift book by Andy Andrews, and the 7 decisions is where we're going from. We've gone through the second one. We're going to make it through all 7.
Dr. Deborah says, I'm actually happiest when working with children. Amen. Jacqueline says, love it. The bugs live out there. They do live out there. And Brittany says, I love kids. I believe I will be a mother to many,
What?
meaning encouraging them and reading them books.
Okay. Not birthing many.
Yes, you could birth many. Why not?
Many?
Why not?
Why many? Why many? Why?
Maybe because you want to. Jacqueline says, Lisa, bugs love me too. People invite me to picnics, and I would stare at them.
I stare at them. I'm not going to your picnic.
No, not going to your
You
picnic.
have a blessed day as well, Sister Melissa.
To your picnic, because I will be the main course. Have a good one, Melissa. # don't forget to have sex yourself.
Mhm.
And I would love to hear how Nathan is handling with his girls not at home during the day.
How cool of a video that was, Melissa, of Nathan, Melissa Price's husband, with his daughter, I believe Charlotte on the back. Charlotte or Sophie one on the back, on the jet ski. They were on the jet ski.
Oh, how cool is that?
Yeah, and Nathan is obviously a seasoned veteran jet ski operator because he was cool with it,
Yes.
With a video of his daughter on his back on a jet ski. That was a cool video.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Melissa Price says, you have a blessed day. Don't forget to have # don't forget to have sex. We're not having sex right after this show today because today is Tuesday. Tuesday is a wonderful day for us in business. What?
Why are we not having sex?
Not right after the show?
You hadn't cleared that with me.
No, not today after the show. You said, I asked you before the show, do you have a busy morning? My morning is busier today.
Mine is too.
Okay, so I got to go right to work. I got several clients right away, but also at 1:00 today, there's going to be episode number 2 of my podcast. Last Tuesday was the first episode. Today is number 2. And today's topic is the role of pressure in selling. Do you high pressure, low pressure, no pressure? And one time pressure selling was more prevalent than it is now. Is there still a role? Should you pressure people at all? Does it work? Are you damned if you do or damned if you don't? The role of pressure in selling today. The role of entrepreneurship. Does that sound interesting to anybody? Is there a role?
I know, right, Brittany? Brittany says, Daddy Brian doesn't like the idea of me having many kids, right? Melissa said, yes, they all have fun. They have fun. I had the girls out on the jet skis all day. No one takes videos of me, LOL. I know, right?
Mommy don't get videos.
Need to hire a paparazzi.
Mommy don't get pictures, videos. She takes all the pictures of the videos. But they were out on the jet skis. They looked like fun. Family fun. Yep.
I love it. I might get out on some jet skis soon. Because my son has jet skis. I might ask him if I can take them.
Yeah, let's just go.
Yeah, if I can just go.
Yep.
I love it.
So, yeah. And also the summer's, and officially now, summer ends. They say the ending of summer technically is the beginning of Labor Day. This upcoming weekend is Labor Day weekend, right? So summer's over. All those summer things that you said you was going to do for the summer and you didn't get done, take advantage of whatever days you have because you don't know how fast these things go.
It's going to change. The days have already gotten shorter.
It's starting to get dark earlier.
Yeah,
already?
It's starting to get dark earlier. You know, I noticed that. I noticed that.
Because we're driving.
Yes, because that means I have less time to drive because I can only drive in the bright sunlight, and that is it. But also, the daylight is shifting. The daylight time is shifting in the morning because I get that light coming in the bedroom. I don't wear a sleep mask like you.
I bought another sleep mask, and I washed that one I would normally use so that you can use it, the red one. I think it's better to sleep with a sleep mask on and shut out the light. And I try to get Lisa to use a sleep mask, y'all. Too. You don't want one? You don't want it?
I don't know.
Even though I washed it for you?
I don't know, honey. I don't know.
I use a sleep mask, okay? And I use rain sounds every night. I play rainstorms. Every night I sleep to thunder, lightning, and rain. Lisa loves it.
Not so much.
Yes, you do.
But anyway, I love you guys. I do love that. And today is Tuesday, so we certainly hope that you take your terrific Tuesday and you continue to ride your momentum from Monday and move forward to Wednesday. We'll see you tomorrow, and don't forget to have sex.